All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Welcome to another episode of Blame Your Brother. This is episode 35. 35 is alive. That's right, 35 episodes in, and we're going to be discussing many topics today that will enrage half of you and pacify the other half. But hey, before we jump into the madness and the chaos, let us introduce ourselves to you. There's three of us that come to you every week on this lovely program. I am 1/3 of the show. My name is David. I'm also known as the Ego, the Dictator, Major Tom. I'm known as hashtag that man, Mr. 40%, the voice of the people, Glenn Jackson, Nick Nickham, and the first mic. And I'm joined every week by the man to the left of me in every sense of the word. It is Happy Pants himself, Lee.
Hey, I'm the younger brother, also known as Ground Control.
And I am joined also by another gentleman, the man to the right of me. He's a very right-winged man. His name is John. What's up, John?
Hey, this is John, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. the voice of reason, a.k.a. the last man standing,
That's a good one.
a.k.a. Mr. PTI, and last but not least, the madman.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, the madman,
Just
Mr.
yeah,
PTI.
I'm a madman.
The
That's all you
madman is
need
so
to know.
mad, his sounder
So
won't even
mad.
work.
They got John
There we
Tortorella,
go.
a madman.
They do have madman.
Okay, he's a
A
madman.
madman.
He's so mad, man. The sound clips aren't even working. All right, guys. So, yeah, we come to you every week. This is Blame Your Brother, this podcast. Three guys, two of us brothers, a longtime friend. Me and Lee are brothers. John's our longtime friend. Talking about topics. We all see the world differently, so it's always an interesting take on topical conversations and life conversations as well. So, make sure to go to bybpod.com. That's our website. All of our information is there. Go check it out. We'll get to all. We'll talk about the rest of it at the end of the show. We'll go ahead and start every show like we do at the beginning. Now, we have a legal team. They advise me every week to say these things. We're going to start with Lee. To the left, is there anything you wish to apologize for or any retractions from last week's episode?
Yeah, I did it again. It's 2 weeks in a row.
Like Britney Spears, he did it again. He dropped the proverbial F-bomb.
Yep.
Legal has said this cannot happen tonight.
The fine. I heard the third time they don't even fine you. They just kill you straight out.
Like the pit bulls in Canada, your days will be done. But we'll get to that in a
Too
minute.
soon, man. Too soon.
Hey, it's just to blame Canada. And then I'm also joined. Do you have any retractions or apologies, John?
Heck no.
Heck to the no. He's pulling a playbook from my playbook. Never apologize. Never back down. Never retreat. Never surrender. All right, well, good. So, any takeaways from last week's show? I'm trying to think. I'm looking in this trusty notebook and seeing, it was pretty clean. I think we'll see if Lee gets triggered again tonight.
Yes,
I do want.
I will try my best.
I want to get this out of the way. You know, a lot of things I say on the show. If you ask me, you've asked the people out there that are behind me, and that's a lot. You know, there's a lot of people that support me on this program. I understand it. I got fans.
Like 2-3 of them.
200 or 300.
Your mom.
200 or 300.
Your
and,
dad.
You know, no, not my dad. And the things I
Establish
say,
that one.
I would say I inspire people, motivate people. I'm truly. I said I was Cupid last week. That's not even a good comparison. I'm almost like Zeus in a sense. I am the god of podcasting. Okay. Now, I said some things a couple weeks ago that really irritated some people. If you forget or noticed, I was sent a bag of dicks in the mail for some of the opinions I made about dogs. And I thought this entire time I was correct. I started to, for a moment, the great D. Brew had a doubt in his mind. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the only person that's ever thought these thoughts before. And then I just happened to come up. I was looking through someone's page. They had a picture of a dog. I looked at the picture. I looked at the caption. And it was speaking out against Canada. The great country known as Canada. The nicest place in the world, right, John? The nicest people.
I don't hear too many negative things
I
about
mean,
Canadians.
the nicest people. They've got.
I mean, except for Tom Green, but besides that,
Trudeau is the greatest guy ever. He's the best looking guy. All the ladies love him. The Canadians could do no wrong. And then I discovered in Montreal, which last time I checked is in Canada,
they have not moved it.
banned pit bulls from existing in the entire area. They did what I said should be done. Now, I don't see anyone out there making a big deal about this. I don't see anybody sending what's his name? John Trudeau, Gary Trudeau, whatever his name is. I don't see anybody sending
Gary.
I don't know what his name is. I don't see anybody. Is that the guy who wrote the Doonesbury or whatever? I don't know.
What?
The comic Doonesbury was
Yeah,
written
I
by a
know
guy
what
named
Doones-
Trudeau. I don't see anybody sending this guy a bag of dicks.
Where's
okay?
our fact checker?
It's a Kevin
It's on
Trudeau.
Yeah, where's our
True
fact
dat.
checker?
True dat.
True dat.
I don't see anybody threatening them. I don't see anybody calling them out. They literally put this into action. Now, part of it did get revoked. So the rules are now, if you take a pit bull outside, he must have a leash of 4 feet. That is the length. It cannot be any longer than 4 feet. So 4 feet, if you measure it out, if you're 6 foot tall, it's about the length of your arm to your chest. The dog must be muzzled at all times outside. Okay? And if any of the pit bulls are taken into a humane shelter, they are automatically on the spot euthanized. Boom!
No.
Oh, yes.
What does that mean?
And Mandy Cyanide on Twitter of Little Geek Lost told me that actually in some parts of Canada, they don't even let you breed the dogs anymore. So Crazy David actually come up with an idea that didn't even know existed and was already put into place. I think when I retire from work, I might be heading to Canada to be the next prime minister. I think
I'm sure they would have you.
they would have me.
I'm sure
They would.
they would just
So,
be all over
I
I mean,
you.
that's one thing on the list. Once they get their own private bathrooms, he's money.
He's money.
So what I would say is, normally we would say, does anybody want to do we want to apologize? I would like all the listeners to apologize to me. That's right. You can go to
Not
Twitter
happening.
give me my moment. Go to Twitter at David of BYB and grovel for my forgiveness for coming up with the best idea. And another idea I had that you guys crapped all over, okay? Pineapples on pizza. It's wrong. It's an
not-
abomination.
it's not
It is wrong. It
It's
is
not-
wrong.
So this is like shorts. Like you're always like, this is what I do in my house.
That's what.
But
no.
with pizza and
Okay.
pineapple, you're telling other people it's gross.
Who is the manliest man you could name in the sport of professional football? Who's the toughest guy? If you did not want to fight one guy, who would it be? Who's somebody that comes to mind? I don't know. Let's pick
Retired or currently
let's
playing.
just pick a
Who do you
random
just-
team.
Why don't
Let's
you
just pick
tell
a
us-
random team.
Why don't you just
Let's
tell us who agrees with you?
let's
Just tell
say-
us
you know
who
what?
agreed with you in the news.
Let's just say defensive player of the year. JJ Watt. That's
Oh,
who.
okay.
Okay, let's pick JJ Watt.
Obviously in
you
the
wanna
news.
talk? You want to talk bad about him?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Jay Watt. Come on, man. Just
Jay
because
Watt.
Jay Watt, just because you don't
JJ.
like pineapples. That's what I said, and then you corrected me.
Okay, that's what I do.
Which one is it? Is it Jay Watt or is it JJ Watt?
JJ.
You want to correct me again if I say JJ Watt?
Go ahead. Say something bad about the man. He's garbage. Okay, whatever.
Your taste in pizza's garbage, JJ Watt.
JJ Watt this week on a AMA on Reddit or Twitter or whatever he was doing it as said that pineapples on pizza is wrong. So I have the backing of one of the baddest men on the planet. And later on, when we do Blame Your Selfie, we're going to see what eating pineapple on pizza does to you. Oh, we'll come to that. That's a tease in the
Okay,
business.
can I just say something here?
Go
'Cause
ahead.
I want to relate this story. 'cause
Okay, here we go.
You're talking about the pit bulls, and I was having a conversation with some guy, and it was a very casual. It was like lunch, and I was like, we were talking about pit bulls or dogs or whatever, and he was like, yeah, well, the thing with pit bulls is that it's not really their fault. When they get old enough, their brain splits open. I was like, I don't even think like I just like. I was so weirded out. I was
Is this
just like,
factual?
Is this? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
I'm
this
gonna
guy just like?
say no? Definitely not factual. It was so weird. I just like I was just like, okay, we got to move past this topic.
Did
Yeah.
you drop the F-bomb on him like you do on me and John?
No.
Huh, interesting.
Did you call him an idiot?
Did you call him an idiot?
No. I was kind of like, I mean, the things you say about pit bulls.
Are true. Yeah. Right.
I don't know. So I
Was
was
this
going to
guy-
ask
I
you.
gotta ask. I know you hate talking about race, and we'll try to
did
get
you
over it real
insist
quick.
on a fact check?
Yeah,
from
that's
this
what I'm
guy?
saying. Does anyone have any information about
Was-
pit bulls' brains splitting open, or their skulls, or their head? I
Was
don't
this
even
guy
know.
white or black?
He
Was
was
this
white.
at the black club you were hanging out at last
He
week?
was a white guy.
Lee was very upset that we walked over that he was hanging out at a black.
No, it's not that.
No.
It's not that. It's like your
You said that.
associations to people that you're like, were you hanging out with any black people this weekend? Then you're racist. And I feel like even saying that
Well, let's clarify.
is just
You-
such like a straw man argument, and you deserve to be like dragged through the streets for even suggesting something.
Well, it
like
won't be
that.
by the brothers because they love me. But look, you.
I mean,
were-
saying
so
things
you-
like that. Saying things like that.
So you were hanging at the black club 2 weekends ago. I just
Okay,
want to make
let me set the story. Can I
Okay.
tell the story?
I do. I wanna hear
because I
it.
think this is kind of
You
interesting.
were upset you didn't want
So
to tell
there's
the
a
story.
local dive bar that we go to, and they were playing. It was a Grateful Dead cover band, right?
There were black guys
all
there.
white people, right?
Okay.
And we invited a friend of ours that was black up to the bar. He's been there before, so he comes up and it's like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, yeah. And they were like, let's, hit my girlfriend's has a friend in town and they want to hang out at this other club. Do you want to go? I was like, yeah. And they're like, it's like, it's a black club. And it's like, yeah, man, as long as I'm going to be cool there, I'm cool. He's like, yeah, it'll be just about like me here.
Wait a second. Whoa, stop. This guy said to you, you said to him, as long as I'm going to be cool there.
Yeah, like if you show up to like the wrong club and you're like the needle drops or whatever, like you walk in,
Yeah, but that
everyone
iceberg
stops.
soup, sir.
Yeah,
But that would, but that would.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to be like a gang thing or any. I don't
just
go
stop-
clubbing. I
stop-
don't go
hey,
clubbing.
Lee, stop while you're ahead and continue on with the story. Okay.
So we get
Lee
there.
does not represent the
okay.
thoughts and views of the.
So when we
entire
get there, a
podcast.
friend of mine was wearing a Pacers hat, and they were like, "You can't come into the club with the Pacers hat." I'm just saying, like, you never know. It can be like a hardcore club where fights break out.
Okay.
People get hurt, shot, whatever. I just wanted to make sure it was good. That's all. So my point was this guy was here, and
This
maybe,
is one of them clubs I'm gonna get shot at when I go in.
my point is like this guy was here at this dive bar, right? So obviously he was the only black guy
Right.
there.
The hipster
So-
dive bar.
Right.
Yes.
So it's like, it's like I'm cool here, but it's whatever. And then when I was there, I was like the only white guy there practically. So I could relate to that, So
All right,
that was
I
all
just-
I was going with that.
Lee, I want to.
But yes,
I want to
we were
reiterate
at-
to you.
We were at the club.
Me or John do not believe you're a racist. Okay.
All right. I would
All
say
right.
no one probably, hopefully.
I
thinks
don't
that
think
I
we'd
am.
do a show with you unless it was called the racist show. You were a racist. Then
I just when you say things like, "Did you hang out with anyone that was black this weekend?" That's such a loaded question. You shouldn't say things like that. Like you're
It's-
bringing out racism in the world. That is to me is like a racial statement.
This is an entertainment show. It's not really. I mean, we talk about the news, but it is to entertain and to provoke and to make people think and to make people question. So sometimes you have to go over the line with things. You're right.
Okay,
Well, I mean, that's
fine.
like saying, did you go on a date with a woman this past week? Oh, that makes you gay. If you say no,
Tell us more about that, John.
Oh.
I'm married, so I mean,
So what? There's no married guys that are gay?
Yeah, I mean that's not. I wasn't talking about you. I was
don't
just
think
talking
at
about
this
the way
table, I would assume not.
Well, assume makes you whatever.
that. Did you just assume someone's gender?
Yeah, you assuming people's gender.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
assumed you were
saying.
male, and I assumed you were
You can't
male.
do that,
If I'm
John.
wrong,
John.
please feel free
All
to
I'm saying is
correct
that we
me.
live in the generation of the sensitive snowflake, and you have to.
You're right, and you're
you have
that.
to respect
Yes.
our feelings.
I don't.
okay?
I'll try. We'll try. All right.
If I say that this is a safe podcast, it has to be a safe podcast.
Well, this is far from safe. I've been called many things in my life and probably will continue. So it's far from safe. But hey, take it for what it is. Okay.
Okay, maybe I'm a little oversensitive to it because
Yeah, why are you oversensitive?
I think
to
it's
it?
because I honestly feel like the best way to get over racism is to stop treating people differently. But if you have that opinion, people will say you're racist because you're trying to write them off. And I can understand that perspective, and I can understand where people are coming from that because it makes a little bit of sense. So honestly, it's kind of like truly the best way is kind of like this moderate view. But like what triggered me is when I'm trying to make a point about, the forced integration, and you're like trying to throw it back onto me.
Right.
That's what did it. It wasn't necessarily the friend count or something.
Right. So, because I mean, like you said, I mean, the fair thing is how many friends do we even have to count anyway? So,
Well, I
you
mean,
know.
it's just if you're a minority people, by definition, you're gonna have
POC.
if you're a POC, you're already
So you're
a
calling them
minority.
pieces
If
of
you-
crap.
I was
Okay.
saying a minority by definition has a smaller percentage of the
Yes,
population.
yes,
That's
they
it. So when you're a minority, anyway, the whole forced integration thing to me just feels really weird. And I compared it to a zoo, and when I did that, like you started coming back onto me like I was a racist, and I'm like, no,
Yeah,
you're
it's
not
like-
seeing the point, and it's making me really angry because you're not seeing it.
Well, it's like we were in debate club and I owned you. I mean, I had
We
you.
were never in debate club.
I said it's like we were in a debate club and I just owned you because you slipped on a point. Okay. Point is.
Okay, first off, you would never be allowed in a debate club.
Oh, I
okay?
would be.
They would never allow
Wait
you
a second.
near
I
a
want to go
podium.
back in time because I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know John was in this debate, and I believe you were still in the Young Republicans. Did you guys not, John, debate the Young Democrats?
That wasn't a debate team.
No,
that
no.
was the crap.
No, I'm asking.
That's
We
what
did
you're
debate,
using.
yes.
No,
That's what you're using as the basis. I wish I could take everyone back to that moment so they
And
could just.
I want to
see
hear this story.
how
We
it
own
was-
them.
Hold on. I was not there for this. So in my senior year, I was president of the Young Republican Club. John and Lee both were in it.
mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
Well, mistakes were made after I left because you were in it the next year.
This is a
So-
warning against the dangers of propaganda.
So
in modern
Lee
society,
was a
for
member
sure.
of the Young Republicans 2 years in a row. So take that for what it was. And you guys got into a debate with the Young Democrats. Now the numbers, if I remember right, was about
Yeah, it was
the
lopsided.
Young Democrats. What was like 40 members or something, 30, whatever. You guys had what, like 5?
We had like 5 or 6. yeah.
You were there.
No, I wasn't there.
Not the second
this,
year.
No,
Are you
this was the second year. This was not the first year.
See what I'm saying? Like your stories are just.
John, was I there?
He was not there.
No,
the
I was
second
not
year.
That's
there. I
fine.
remember John.
I felt bad because I wanted to be with my people and I just was ignorant and I didn't know.
Oh my God.
I was like, Harry McMacken, you're so cool. I want to be over there.
So
with you.
they ask you. I want you to reiterate this.
Wait,
let's go
Harry
back in-
McMacken was not in the.
He was the leader of. He was like the mentor of the Young Democrats.
Then why'd you say you want to be with him? If
No,
you
that's
were
what
in
he's saying. He didn't want to be with the Young Republicans, John. He's saying he was forced into it. Look, I just want to get this
Yes,
question
thank
out
you,
there.
David, for
I always pay attention. Was the question posed? If Jesus was alive today, I know it was posed because I
Was
remember
it?
this
I
question.
don't-
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
I don't
Hold
know.
on.
It was.
I want you both to answer this today. I want you to answer it right now. If Jesus was alive today, would he be a member of the Republican or Democratic Party? John, begin.
Republican.
Okay, why? I mean, John, that's the worst. Just Republican.
You asked the
Republican.
question.
I concede.
No, it's a debate club. You gotta tell why you said that. All right, explain why, John.
Because a lot of what Jesus taught was in order to make people better, in order to make themselves self-sustaining by teaching them, not by just giving them. He was
No, not in the least.
Sir, you cannot speak until your time begins, please. All right, John.
It's
keep-
not. He
Well, I
didn't
wanna-
teach
I
anyone
wanna-
to fish. He was
Oh,
handing
is this
out
open
loaves of
debate?
bread.
Okay. well,
yeah.
you-
Let it be open.
All right.
Go ahead,
He
Lee,
would
what do you
be.
mean?
He would be neither. Thank like from the
Neither.
chat that he would.
No,
be
but you got
neither.
to. You got to pick one. That's the whole point of a debate.
He would not. It's a stupid question. Like that's what I'm saying. That was not a real debate. If it was, that question would never.
If he
ever
was, if he was
have
going,
been
okay,
asked.
if he was going to be one, which one would he have to be? He have to pick one.
He chose Republican, right?
Yes,
so
of course.
I have to choose.
No,
Democrat.
you
just be
can be
honest.
That's-
Be honest. What do you
That's
think?
the lamest. Like that's the whole point of a debate is people. You
Not
have
necessarily.
No,
You don't
ha-
have to.
What would he be?
He would be a Democrat
Okay,
because
why?
he believed in taking care of the sick, healing the sick, taking care of the poor, getting rid of your money, giving it to charity. Many, the eye of the camel. I mean, the eye of the needle camel. All that jazz.
John, please don't explain that. We don't have enough time.
And Jesus never said, "Give unto Caesar what is Caesar, and give me the tax break." He never said anything like that. He never said anything like that. So he would definitely the Democratic is closer to being for the people. Like everyone has an equal share. Take care of the sick. Take care of the poor. Whereas Republicans are like, no, if you weren't born to God, then you're a nobody. Well, maybe that's why he would be a Republican. Actually, He was born to a wealthy family. There you go.
Wealthy family.
He was born to a poor family.
He's
No.
one of the.
His real dad was God. That's like the biggest family, right?
Well, I mean, I get, but if you're put into foster care and your parents are rich, you're not really rich,
Yeah,
are
you're not
you?
really banking on those.
I mean, okay, so the chat is throwing out the quote that I already kind of threw out there. Give a man a fish, he has food for a day. Democrat. Teach a man to fish, he has food for life. Republican. Jesus would be a Democrat because he was like several times. He's like handing out loaves. Jesus never said, create your own loaves out of thin air.
John? Uh-oh.
He also
Uh-oh.
when they were when Peter, James, John, and Andrew were fishing, he didn't just make the fish appear in the boat. He said, "Throw your nets on the other side of the boat, then pull them up." He didn't just make the fish come up. He taught them how to do it.
He also said the bird and the flower are taken care of by God, so why do you need to do anything?
Because man has dominion over the animals, not over each other.
This is where is this podcast gone to? Why are we doing this?
David brought it up.
You're the worst host.
No,
I feel like we need a new first
I feel
chair.
you two are
I'm saying,
worse.
let's look at
We need a new
let's look at
first-
Republican stances versus Democratic stances, pro-life versus pro-choice.
I
What
feel-
would
To me,
Christ-
that's so stupid that's even a
That's-
Democratic and Republican issue.
But it
because
is.
it's not.
But it is.
They
It
try to
is.
make it,
It is.
It is though.
but they only because they want that derision to be part of politics. That is a moral issue. It has nothing to do with
That's
politics.
one of
And
the
why do most moral issues
because people are
are on the
spoon-fed to believe
are on
it.
the Republican side? And so, if the moral issues are something that are important,
No, but
wouldn't
to
Christ
you
be
it's
on
a
that
moral
side?
issue. To you it's a moral issue. To you it's not a moral issue to tell other people how they can treat their body. But see, like the other people that are on the other side would say it is a moral issue. So it's all about perspective. That's what I'm saying. Like the Republicans and Democrats want you to think abortion is a Republican and Democratic. You know why? Because it is such a hardline issue. If you're anti-abortion or you're pro-life or you're pro-choice, you're going to automatically throw away everything you believe and latch on to it. So that means if your platform is built upon an abortion platform, you automatically have a huge group of people that believe in something so much they will vote and believe anything else you say. They don't even care. You could say, we're going to give rich people tax cuts. And they'd be like, boo, but we're going to get rid of abortion. They'd be like, yeah, yeah, let's do it, baby. So,
Let's do it. Let's move on to the next
That's how I
topic
feel.
then. Let's do it. TSA. Lee has spoken on the show about his thoughts on TSA. He's anti-TSA. He's anti the common man. I mean, you've said it. It's fine. But anyway, this week.
So what are your thoughts on the TSA?
I will give them to you
What
in
are
just a
no?
second.
Tell us right now. You're throwing me under the bus.
No, I won't. throw
Tell
you-
us right
I may
now.
be on your side.
Before we even start with the article,
Well,
tell
I'm
us
gonna-
what
I'm-
your stance on the TSA is.
I would like
no,
to
no.
read the story.
I would like to hear your since you're going to come out and bring my opinion first.
Okay, here we go.
I think it's important to hear yours.
As the great Adam Carolla once said, as he explained in his podcast many times, he's one of the great podcasters. He said, the problem with this country is that we've given a lot of the power to people that do not deserve the power because they are not competent enough to have the power to make decisions. TSA has too much authority, and they are the lowest base of society, making the decisions. Now, let's all be honest. We all have security guards, or we've had security guards where we work at, or we've encountered security guards. They're nice guys. They're nice. They're not
Not
going
all
to be.
of them.
they're
No.
not- well, they're-
I think there's the power trip issue, but anyway.
well, anyway,
I think those.
They're not the
I think those
people-
are the bad apples, though. I don't
they're,
think
they're
the,
not the people you want having your back if the stuff goes down. Let's
Your
just be
security
honest
guard?
here. Yes, they're good for turning people away. That's about it. Now, we're giving these TSA people, they have to make decisions every day. And they do not have the mental capabilities to do this. As this story goes right here, a mother was traveling with her family at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport
that's the problem right there.
posted a video showing her son receiving a lengthy body inspection. Through the video only shows her son, adolescent son, being searched for 2 minutes. The article
Oh, that was beautiful.
article went right past me. Anyway, this guy's being searched. He's a young kid. He's probably, 8 or 9 years old? And my man, look at this guy. So we're looking at this TSA guy. He's probably 50 to 60 years old, I would imagine, or he's lived a hard life and he's 40.
Even important.
I mean, look at this guy. So this guy is going to fill up this kid's legs. He fills the back of.
He's giving him a security pat down, man.
Now, is this what this country's come to, where we're going to pat down 8-year-olds that walk through the security? I mean,
we already talked about this once.
We're going to talk about it again.
And I told you that it was bad, and you said no, it was fine if they were like, as long as they were Hispanic or something.
No, I've never said that.
I had to go pull the tape on that one.
Please find it.
I'm going to have to listen to
I do not believe. I believe
15 hours of audio.
We talked about profiling actually on this program, and I said you search the people that look suspicious, man. Like this kid, you think this kid's suspicious? Like
I don't know. Do you know the rest of the story?
He's
like
8
did he
years
set
old.
off a scanner?
He's wearing a T-shirt that pretty much shows everything. This guy is filling up his genital area.
Not filling him up.
Keep watching at the end. I bet he does. He goes, "We're done." Then he goes, "Oh wait, we're not done."
Well,
he
maybe
walks
we
back
shouldn't
up.
be watching.
Yeah, you're right. This mic gets banned from YouTube and fills up his leg slowly up to. Now look, we put this out on Facebook. To me, this is ridiculous. You're not going to put your hands on my 8-year-old child like this.
Or what?
We're going to have some problems.
Go home? I think it's too late at that point.
I'm going to talk to a supervisor or something going, what is going on right now? You're not.
What if they're like.
You, as an adult man, cannot put your hands on a child like this.
My thing is if it's not the wand going off, the most this kid can have that's bad is drugs.
Right.
That's it.
Look at this. Look at that. Oh, look. Oh, now he's felt the pocket about 3 times. Look, he goes, oh, hold on. Not okay. So we're watching
play-by-play.
Give
us play-by-play.
Okay, he just goes. Oh, let me feel you. Let me feel this again. So now
back of his hand. Back of his hand.
Yeah,
that is kind of weird.
That's weird. Look,
that is kind of weird.
Come on, in prisons.
Now let me try it again without the gloves on.
in prison, female guards have to search female guards, and male guards have to search male guards.
So we need small children.
We shouldn't even be searching small children. So, what is going on here? This is ridiculous.
I mean, this is proper training.
TSA.
Listen to me. This is proper training.
I don't care. The
for
training's
your
wrong.
New America. This is Trump's America, baby.
Name my America.
Yeah, it's what you wanted. When he said we're going to build a wall, we're going to oppress the POCs and the minorities. This is what he's preparing. This is what he wants for you. This is what he wants for your children.
Okay. So ask me, David Brewington, did any point did you vote for Donald Trump? Can you ask me that?
Have you ever expressed pro-Trump propaganda into the airwaves?
No.
Ever.
Not in a serious manner. No, I never have.
Not in a serious manner.
Please find it. I've never voted for the man. I've never endorsed the man. I've actually said he's bad for the country. Most likely. I said we got to give him a chance.
But you're pro wall building.
I'd never said anything about building a wall. I said we have to have security. I never said building a stupid wall. I've never said that.
I feel like you're pro wall.
No, I'm not.
I feel like I went over to your house.
This is a case of Lee
day.
hearing what he wants to hear.
Yeah, Lee heard what he wants. I'm not pro wall. I'm not for most of the things he supports. I'm against.
But you're like, okay, so you want to like round up all the minorities and the
illegals
I do not throw them over into a battle arena of death.
I'm like Rubio.
This is just that's what what do I always tell you is like they come after the weak first. And then they come after you. And this is a prime example. Like
I've never said
too much power. Too much power.
I've never supported the man. I've never supported Trump. Never. That's never happened.
It's not even Trump. It's like Trump-esque, you know?
So anyways, I
don't care who was president. This pervert would have done that same thing.
Are you for this or against this?
Oh, I'm against it.
Okay. Pull up the comments right now. We took the poll to Facebook, you know. We took the poll to Facebook and we said, hey, Facebook people.
I don't even know.
It's on Reddit. It's on Reddit. It's on Reddit.
Yeah, I'm looking. We're looking at Reddit right now.
All right, here we go. So we had a couple comments. Sammy in the chat actually was one of the comments.
Which one are we looking at?
Let's look at Sammy's first.
Okay, I viewed the video. Is that what you're talking about?
Okay, this is from Sammy. Okay.
First off, we should never bring Facebook into this show. I think that should be our key of the day. Don't bring Facebook into your
opinions
podcast.
of the people that listen.
I don't care. Facebook is fake news.
Okay, I viewed the video. It does not show the man groping the boy. False. When it gets to sensitive areas, the TSA officer uses the back.
He doesn't grope him.
Okay.
Groping may insinuate poem first.
Okay, whatever.
So, in that instance,
if
then
it's
he
your
was
8-year-old
giving him a pat,
But
a thorough pat.
if that was
down?
my 8-year-old,
Yes.
that wouldn't be happening.
Okay,
A
hold on. I'm going to
thorough
read the whole
pat
comment.
down.
He is very thorough with the search. I believe this to be a pissed off parent who has every right to be concerned, but also not familiar with search and pat down procedure. Again, as someone does not understand how thorough your searches have to be, granted, he does not look like a typical terrorist. With that being said, I don't see molestation or groping. The picture makes it look like he is peeking down the boy's pants. He was. But if you watch and listen to the video, he explains what's going on. This is a controversial.
What kind of gun you got there, sonny boy?
Okay. Next comment. This is from Tracy. And Tracy said, they said that the laptop set off the alert. Was he trying to carry it through security? Now, I don't know what, I didn't see a laptop that he was trying to carry through security. The comments get better because I've got some on here that weren't even over here. And says, my question is if the parents know the child has sensory issues, which he did.
I mean, there's a lot of the story we don't even know.
They should have alerted TSA prior to even going through checkpoint, which I believe she did. In the times I've traveled with Caleb, her son who has autism, they were very accommodating to his condition, let him leave his shoes on, and didn't even make me get out of his stroller once when he was about 2. A lot of it depends on the airport. I think the mom is looking for 15 minutes of fame and a fast buck. They've all been on the talk shows. They get better. All right, here's Jeffrey Farrer.
Let's have some more. Let's just why don't we just look at Facebook for the rest of the day?
No, just trust me. Oh, for F's sake. You want to read that since you dropped the F-bomb every episode? There is nothing inappropriate about the search. Not once was the kid groped or touched inappropriately. The TSA agent used proper search methods. Hell, this is the best part. Hell, that search was nothing compared to the way I've been told to perform a search. And then this is the last one. Todd Snellbaker. This is probably posted by a POS liberal who's never done the job before.
That's the only reason you wanted to read that.
No, they're
That's
funny.
Really, the only reason
No, I
you
like
wanted to read that.
I like people
is because somebody's just running the liberals under. Like,
No, Lee, I don't support these people. I'm for the liberals in this case.
Look.
Are you being trained to search 8-year-olds, Mr. Jeffrey or Sned
Here's
Baker
the
or
thing.
whatever your names were?
If the TSA, like, here's the thing that here's the thing.
You say we got to.
Can I give a couple of points here?
Real quick. You said we can't let them come for the week. But we can't let them search 8-year-olds.
Okay,
and tap their groin.
What I don't understand is I've been through an airport and my laptop got hit for explosives, and they didn't even. I don't think they searched me at all. What they did do is they ran like a swab over the computer to make sure it didn't have explosive chemicals.
Did they run a gloved hand over your groin? Okay.
I have had that happen to me before.
You liked it. Look.
But the thing is, like, you're like saying like terrorists can't hide bombs in kids.
8-year-old white kid with sensory issues with a white mother
If
from
they
suburbia.
So if they really thought that he had something on them, do you think they would do people?
I believe, like
disservice?
John said, they could have just wanned the kid.
They could have wanned him. The only if they wanned him, the worst he could have on him was drugs. That's it.
Right.
I mean, that's not necessarily true, but how often do people get pat
I'm
down
sorry
at the
about all
airport?
those magic, small, tiny plastic guns.
So what about the underwear bomber? Did that guy have metal on him?
Well, he
setting
didn't.
off?
He never technically set
What
a
about
bomb
the
off.
shoe bomber?
He never set a bomb off.
But that's what
either.
I'm saying. Like you're saying,
had
if he
matches.
doesn't,
The shoe bomber,
You're
you have
saying
to
if-
take your shoes off.
but you're saying
The
if-
kid already had his shoes off.
you're telling me
He
that
wouldn't rub
if-
his glove hand on his foot.
You're telling me that if he doesn't set off a wand, he's not a threat to anyone. It's just not, I just have to correct you because it's not an accurate
8-year-old.
statement. So you don't think
If it was a 28-year-old, go ahead, fill his groin as much as you want. He's an 8-year-old, man.
they used to allow people to go into the cockpit in airplanes before 9/11.
Yeah,
like that's
kind
what I'm
of cock
saying.
right there.
Like I don't agree. Like I've disparaged the TSA early and often, right? Like you
Wait
made
a
a
second.
big deal out of it.
You said I was throwing you under the bus when you just openly admitted you've done this before.
I just wanted to hear your opinion of it, and you wouldn't give it.
Somebody
That's all.
just tweeted me and said, "Why are you writing in your diary during the show?" And I said, "Chronicling my greatness." And then they replied with, "Dear diary, I am great. Remind me I said this when my brother punches me in the face in 20 minutes."
That's what the viewers want to see.
They love it. So anyway,
Whatever.
That's probably
John,
far from
no,
the
Here's the
truth.
thing.
John, From Sammy. John, that's why you are not a TSA agent.
Right. I mean, it's ridiculous. What John was saying
Yeah.
was completely
That
not.
is, you're absolutely correct, Sammy. I'm not a TSA agent. 'cause
John
I do
would be
not
like,
wanna
"Oh,
feel
you a white guy,
8-year-old
come on."
child.
All the
junk,
white people just
okay?
don't even take your shoes off. Just step on through. No threat here.
I ain't talking about
Ain't
it.
no
the color
white
of
people
skin.
gonna blow up a plane.
I'm talking about the age of his skin.
Dude, do you hear what he just said about you on the air right now,
I'm
dude?
sorry, John. That was wrong.
That was. And you're
That was
talking about us
uncalled for.
calling you a racist.
He blatantly
That was way, way worse than anything
It
we've
was.
ever said.
It was.
about you.
You blatantly called the man a racist to his face.
That's why I gotta stop hanging around you guys.
And it had nothing to do. Had nothing to do. If it was a little 8-year-old black kid, I'd have felt the same way.
I know. That's what I was. My point is like I think everyone agrees that the kid
No,
getting
no,
felt
no,
up
they
that hard
don't.
is ridiculous.
Lee, everyone on our Facebook post said that we were wrong.
No, here's the thing. Okay, so if the TSA agent thought there was a threat, he was in his right to search the kid. Everyone agrees with that.
Yes,
but
if he
we
thought he
all
was a
agree that kids shouldn't have to be felt up,
Right.
and groped. We all
Right.
agree with that. The problem is we live in this weird world with weird people in charge where it's necessary. So this is one of those gray lines that are just gonna. There's no answer. There's absolutely no answer.
Well, there's not. It's
Sammy, I don't care if he was Arabic or not.
okay, Sammy says in the chat, what if he was 8-year-olds in Arabic? I mean, what
Don't
if?
matter.
What if it was, I mean, there's a lot of things. What if?
Sammy,
What if he was?
what's the worst
What if he
thing?
was illegal?
What
What
is
if he
this-
was an illegal? He didn't have citizenship.
Well,
Then he
Trump's
would
a-
even made it to the
No. What if
TSA
he
part.
did though? What if he did?
In Trump's America, he'd be executed at the.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking John. Though.
You wouldn't know through what the TSA checks if he's gotten to that point. All they're checking is if you have harmful substances on your body.
So 8 years. It's
True.
just 8 years old.
It wouldn't.
No, just walk through.
8-years don't have papers, Lee.
But that's
for
what-
the
no.
most part. I mean, good
Well,
God.
okay. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying,
Produce your papers.
Sammy, what is the worst thing that this kid, this 8-year-old kid, could have had on him
High explosives.
that wouldn't be
blow up an
detected by a wand?
A metal detector?
All right, we're doing this again. This is
A
who's
metal
on first.
detector.
This is
The
on who's
kid
on
had
first.
shorts on and a shirt that was. You basically could tell there's nothing on.
I agree.
Underwear
Ridiculous.
bomb. That's totally crazy. That would never happen.
He had on sports shorts. Something would have been off.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
that's
Would have
that.
looked like you had a diaper on underneath.
Go to
if
Facebook.
you don't like,
Kid
if
did
you
not
think
look
that
like he was wearing a diaper.
if you think a metal detector detects liquid explosives or whatever, then you don't understand the ways. You don't understand the science of explosives. I don't know what to tell you, John.
All right. Moving on. Talking about people in charge. Talking about things we are probably upset about.
Well, what I mean, there's more TSA, right?
Oh, we'll skip that. It's
Really? You don't want to talk about the leggings?
Okay,
I
well, we'll
thought
talk about
this
the
was
leggings.
important.
Okay, here we go. This airlines do not have it easy in the social media age. If something awful, boneheaded, or plain questionable happens, the world is
Dude,
going.
we don't have to read the story. Everyone knows. They've heard
No,
the
they-
story.
they-
Just
no.
give us the story real quick.
I'm trying to get
You're
to
just
it.
reading an article.
So basically, this young girl, a teenage girl, once again a child, wore leggings to an airport, and the airline told her, "You will not be getting on our airplane in those leggings. Either go change or you're done." Okay.
Did
So,
she change? I don't know.
I believe she did change, but then once again, this is from United Airlines. The passengers this morning were United Pass riders who were not in compliance with our dress code policy for company benefit travel. And it says the explanation did little to quell the backlash over the decision to deem the travel wear inappropriate.
So the story is, just to sum it up without reading an article, is a passenger was denied based on their clothing.
A child,
So
teenage
you are
child.
our clothing expert on
Right.
the show.
Yes.
So give us the take, man.
I mean, what I think
Give us,
of,
you're the clothing
okay,
expert.
yoga pants, leggings, things of that nature. I mean, do I enjoy now teenage girls? Not
Oh,
really.
wait.
Not really.
Don't paint yourself into
Not
a
really.
corner.
But women, house moms
House
in the
moms.
Williamson County area.
In the
Do I
Williamson
see enjoying them in yoga pants? Of course I do. I'm a red-blooded male, okay? Is it probably a little bit questionable to wear yoga pants out as a main outfit? I guess so, but you know
No.
what?
Not
I'm
in the
Hey,
least. Not in the least.
If it's something I enjoy, I'm never going to shoot it down. So if the
What is wrong with wearing
if
yoga
all the
pants?
hot-
What is wrong with wearing yoga
if
pants?
all the hot moms out in my part of the woods, you guys want to wear yoga pants, more power to you, okay?
Okay, like here's my thing.
Because yoga pants, number one,
in the
you generally don't
1920s
wear underwear with yoga pants. Okay, that's first.
it could be a thong. You don't know.
No, I know, brother. Okay, look, you don't wear them. Okay, and so it does shape. The yoga pants are fit formed outfits that shape, so you can see nothing much.
Not much to the imagination.
Thank you, John. So, like I said, do I enjoy it? Yes. Would I let my teenage daughter wear them? No, probably
Yeah,
not.
you probably.
I would make.
if you had a teenage.
But you're supposed to
daughter
get
ever,
it. Yeah, if I did.
You would.
No, I would make her like you're supposed to wear a T-shirt to cover just
top.
over. Yeah, like the whatever. So in this instance,
Just past the hips.
this is a teen. So this is a
What if
teenage.
she was doing a yoga lesson?
Well, that's fine.
She wears something over
I'm
while
saying
she's
out.
going there.
Yes, I'm saying out, dude. I'm not saying going to work. That's like saying, do I have a problem with people wearing shorts to play basketball? No, it's acceptable. You're playing basketball. You're cutting the grass. You're doing stuff outside. When I say don't wear shorts, I'm talking about to dinners,
We're not
to
talking about shorts.
nightclubs.
Can we not talk about
We're
shorts?
in the whole area of shorts. Okay. Do I have a problem with a
Leggings.
young girl
Leggings.
wearing leggings on an airplane? No, I don't care. This is stupid. This once again, you put too much decision in the authority of a numbskull is what you've done.
So
These
are
guys
there inappropriate clothing that should not get you onto
on an airplane?
airplane?
No, I mean, it would be hard for me to imagine something.
He had a T-shirt that says "I'm gonna blow this sucker
Yeah,
up."
that-
but
that
yeah.
might-
That would be inappropriate.
That would be inappropriate.
I might not let that go on. I mean, I know it's funny. Me and John as TS agents would probably let you on, but I don't know whether the rest of the see me and John as TS agents, we would pretty much just let everybody on the plane. You know what I'm saying? But here's these people: security guards, TSA agents, border agents, whatever. They're people that were crapped on their entire life, and this is their chance to get back at every person that's ever stepped. It is every person that's ever stepped on them. Here's their chance. You know what? I'm not letting you on this flight because you're a 13-year-old girl wearing leggings.
And you look just like the girl that turned me down.
There you go, and probably
I
is.
mean, you didn't hear that last part.
So
You look like a house mom from Williamson County.
so these airplanes are ridiculous. The only
Put you on the plane. I'm gonna give you a special seat.
yes, I will. The Williams County moms get special seats. But look, this is ridiculous. It's exercising authority for no reasons. It's like police officers that just pull people over because they can. You know why I pulled you over? Because you're an ass. I don't know why did you pull me over. That's what you want to say, but you can't say it. Okay, get out, do your job. Person at the taking the tickets, just take the damn tickets and let the people on the plane. That's your job. Your job is not to walk around and enforce who gets on the plane. Oh, you're violating a dress code that no one even follows. Oh, it's not even set in stone, so I get to interpret the rules. Get out of here. The only reason they get away with this crap is because they've got all the authority. I mean, flying's a
Patriot
private
Act,
right.
right? The Patriot
I mean,
Act.
flying's a private right. So, what do you think about it?
I think it's ridiculous, obviously. Here's the thing. Leggings and yoga pants in the current generation is completely acceptable clothing. There's not even you even have a problem with people wearing them in public.
No, I said I don't.
No, but you said you did.
I
You
would
said
not
you
let-
wouldn't let your teenage daughter do it. But here's the thing.
Yeah, I would not.
They're completely acceptable clothings in our generation. Maybe like in 1980s or 90s or in the past, people would have looked down on it.
Okay, so you
But
hold on.
right now,
Okay.
people don't care. Like
Really? Okay,
it
so
shouldn't even be looked on as differently as blue
go to Google.
jeans
Go
or
to Google.
t-shirts.
Okay, Google search right now. Google image search. Okay, I want you to search for what I'm going to tell you to search for. And so
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Okay,
just
so
just say your point.
Google search yoga pants. Just go ahead. Google
Why?
search yoga. Just let's see what would come up. I'm just curious what would come up. I'm curious
that prove?
if your boss would be cool with you looking at these images at your desk during the day. Just go yoga pants, image search. Let's just see if you're watching every Thursday. Come watch us on YouTube. Hit image search. All right.
I guarantee
okay,
you-
here we go. Now, is this acceptable clothing?
Look at
my
the
friend?
first. The first one is high school, and the second one is middle school.
Third
what the
one.
hell?
Third one.
That's-
Click on the
yeah,
third
that's
image,
really
please.
bad.
Click on the third image,
No,
please.
I'm not clicking on
Okay,
that.
the fourth image.
This,
Is that
this-
acceptable?
This stuff is randy, obviously,
is
but
that-
that's beside the point.
Is any of that
This is
acceptable
not-
on the top
this
row?
is not stuff that people don't walk around
That's exactly the point he's trying to make.
They do walk around wearing these things.
I'm not saying they don't walk around taking sexualized pictures of themselves. Obviously.
Oh, they don't? So these are
obviously
just made
that's
up
going to be
images?
bad. That's going to be bad. But I'm telling you right now, there's women who get on at work and shop
Go
for
ahead,
yoga
find me
pants.
these images then.
Okay, right here.
Okay.
Bam, shop
Go
for
ahead.
yoga pants.
Okay. Let's see.
No more sexy images now.
Boom, one right there. So
Where?
anyway, right there in front of you
Where?
on the left. Butt lift yoga pants, sports gym leggings, fitness clothing.
That's just an advertisement, man. That's what I'm saying. That's beside the point. That's beside the point. My point is that yoga pants and leggings are not even considered something that's even worth considering.
I just say, could you
Like, I would understand if it was like super shorts that were like your like indecently hanging
What's the
out
problem
of.
with that?
Well, a lot of people probably don't, but I would
Okay.
say I was trying to draw a line. I'm like, is there a line? Yes, there is a line.
There is, I guess. I mean, I'd have to see a picture of this person, I guess. But
But yeah, you should probably get stopped before you ever get to that point.
On the surface, I have a
I'm just
problem
saying
with.
leggings and
I
yoga
just-
pants are not even a fashion
Shocking
faux pas.
revelation. I don't like people telling me what to do, okay? Especially people that are dumber than me, okay? So that's already a problem to begin with. I'm not the smartest guy in the book, but by God, I'm not the stupidest either. So these people, and dumbest may not be a word, so it may have even cemented my point even further, but I don't need these people with their low
yourself
IQs.
out.
Okay, Sammy, here he goes. Sammy's upset. It's easier to judge someone what someone should or should not do when they're in a different line of work than you. Yeah, and the first time a bomb gate goes through, you'll be like, why didn't they do a better search?
That's not even about yoga pants.
No, he's talking about the old.
Yeah, we got to move on, bro.
Yeah, we got to move on. Look, 8-year-olds start blowing up airports. We're kind of screwed. At that point, we can look at
Yeah, the 8-year-olds never set off a bomb in the world before. Let me tell you.
Not in America, they haven't.
Not in America.
In the
Nope.
Middle East, they have. All right, so the last thing we can hit real quick is the Internet Act. What is it called? What's the official term for this thing? Something was not passed this week. The phones now are going to be giving out your information with your internet access on it. Everybody's losing their minds about it. What to expect now that internet providers can collect and sell your web browser. I'm going to give you 3 letters that'll solve most of your problems. VPN, get you a virtual private network.
That is actually a really good idea.
Thank you. I've got tons of them. So basically, Trump
Wait,
said...
didn't I tell you about VPNs?
I've got one. Trump basically wiped away landmark privacy protections for internet users and says basically it makes easier for internet providers such as AT&T and Verizon to collect and sell information such as your web browsing history and your app usage. What they want, people, you can think they want, look, I mean, once again, I don't want people telling me what to do and I don't want people getting my information. But the reason they want your information is where they can sell commercials to you, where they can sell ads to you, where they can make you spend your money, okay? If the government wants your stuff, we've already learned in the last couple of weeks, they've
don't get
already
it.
got it. So what is the big deal here? This is another thing.
You want to hear what the problem
Trump's
is?
playing a rope-a-dope
Do
with
you know
these
what the
things.
problem
Go ahead,
is?
go
Is
ahead.
that the people who voted on this law
Are bought and paid.
were
Yes.
bought and paid.
Oh, hell yeah, I know.
For our freedoms and protections.
I agree. And it's bad. I agree with you. It's bad.
super bad.
Marsha
Super
Black-
cookies.
Marsha
super
Black,
cookies.
Hey, Marsha Blackburn, who's a representative here in Tennessee, I'm disgusted that she's acting like
Disgusted.
that. Oh, you didn't do it because I was paid by him, because I'm lobbied by him. You're a liar. You're a
a
blatant liar.
She should be run out of town.
Okay.
Run out of town.
She should be. She should be voted out for that.
She
If,
should be
if that's her
voted out.
statement, and I like her, but I don't like. I mean, if you're going to lie to the people, just say, yeah, you
Yeah.
know what? These people are my constituents. They paid me, and so I voted for them. Just be honest with us. I
That
don't
would
really
never work. What about the NASCAR jacket idea? Have you heard that before?
What the
The
representatives
politicians have to wear the jackets with their sponsors.
all the
on
sponsors.
them?
I would love it.
That
But
would
here-
be good,
but-
wouldn't it?
That would be funny,
Facebook
yeah.
already sells your information. Google
Yeah,
already
they
sells
do.
your information. Everybody's already doing so. What does this do? What's the difference here? Like, you can't opt out of it now?
So the difference is you can run an ad block to block like Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
From figuring out who you are. But ISPs, since the signal goes through your router, they know your address, they know your name, they know your demographic. So even if you have ways of circumventing that now, with this super cookies, you're pegged.
Well,
Right down to everything. man.
VPN. Just do it.
So what happens is it starts off with selling data, but then it turns into blackmail. Like if you ever try to become a political, they'll be like, "Oh, but you were looking at this website back in 2017. Look, we get your browser history right now."
Who's going to run for president is not going to have dirt on them in 30 years? I mean, everyone's going to have something on them.
We might not even
Unless
have
you raise a kid in the lab.
We probably won't even have a presidential
Romney's
office
kids.
in 30 years, man. What do
All
you
right,
think?
so that was that. I mean, I don't know. It sucks. You mean politicians are paid and bought?
Yeah, I know it's just
Big shocker. Okay.
it's a really bad,
All right,
man. It's
so
really
what
bad.
we're going to do now, we're going to get some advice every week. This part of the show, we come to John, who is likes to give advice to people in the Dear John segment.
By the time you read these lines, I'll be gone.
All
right, so John's going to answer some advice. Every week, people write in from all over the world, and John's going to attempt to answer these, and me and Lee are going to try to muzzle ourselves, and sometimes we're not very successful at it. So
we're gonna put a 4-foot leash on you, man.
Lee will read the first bit of advice. Go ahead.
All right, this first one's kind of spicy. I don't know. It could have come from someone important.
It's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, it's a spicy one. It reads, Dear John, I just read about Mike Pence's relationship with his wife and wanted to get your thoughts on it. He provides a link. He will never dine alone with another female and will not attend events with alcohol without her by his side. Does this seem like too much, or is he on to something that we should all be doing? I've been married for a few years now and don't have rules like this set in stone. Thoughts? Can you be too extreme and lose trust, or should you be glued to your partner? ? From not VP Pence.
All right. Well, first of all, just because he has those rules doesn't mean he's really glued to his wife. They're not bad rules. I haven't really set any rules like that in stone with my wife. But
He'll never dine alone with another female.
With another female.
He'll never attend an event without alcohol without her by his side.
Yeah.
This guy's in the political spectrum now. Remember that. I mean, so he is never going to eat dinner with a female representative on any level whatsoever, according to this
by
story.
themselves.
Dine alone.
Yes.
If there's one other person there,
Yeah.
Okay.
then that's
I mean, I just want to clarify the story.
yeah.
So would you dine alone with another female?
Um,
You never had like a working lunch with another female or dinner?
I probably would, but I mean, it's probably somebody that my wife knows. I wouldn't dine with somebody that my wife didn't know.
Would you ever attend an event with alcohol without her by your side?
Well,
I think the second part's a little bit alarming. I've known many guys that have that
I wouldn't
first
call this
rule.
an event, John.
But the second rule, what's the logic there? I mean, I would say you probably think most like Pence on this show. Like, what is the logic, would you say, behind that rule?
On the
The-
alcohol.
in the scriptures, which I think a lot of where he thinks he derives from scripture at some point,
Amen,
says that
brother.
God will never put a obstacle in front of you that you can't, a temptation that you can't turn down, and I believe that to be true in a matter of speaking. If it's the fourth or fifth thing that you've done wrong, if you've already broken so many commandments or rules that God has set forth for you, then yeah, you're going to get to a point of no return.
Can we have a scripture so that our listeners can look that up later and maybe do a little reflective study on their own time?
I can bring it to you next week. I don't know what else.
Maybe just post
head.
it to Twitter.
Maybe.
Post to Twitter.
But if you have certain things that you stand by, certain rules that you put ahead of other things, then it's a boundary that you can protect yourself with further along.
So the man doesn't trust himself then? Is that what we're getting from Mr. Pence?
Not just that, but I mean, it's
Just not that. How would it
It's
not
not-
be
it's
just
not-
like that?
Well, I mean, it also
Finish.
it also cements his. If she knows that he has these rules, and he can prove that he doesn't break them, then that removes any doubt that she may have. With a relationship, it just takes one bit of doubt to destroy a relationship. I honestly believe that. And so if he removes all this doubt from the relationship, then that further protects it.
All right. I mean, I just know the
I'm
internet.
not saying everyone should have those rules.
Well, they're
but
asking you,
I'm
should
not-
do they have these rules? That's the question. Are these rules too extreme? That's what the person.
Not for him.
So, but for the listener, is
For
that a
Mike
big?
Pence. Mike-
So I worked with a guy, and I consider myself a friend of this guy, and he worked there, and he would not talk to other females he worked
Wouldn't
with.
look at him.
He
Wouldn't-
would-
unless they
basically-
were wearing a burqa.
He basically would not engage with them. And a new girl started, and he would just ignore her, not help her. And it really kind of upset me. And I was like, what are you doing? He goes, I just don't do that. My wife doesn't want me talking to other females I work with. I go, ever? I'm like, that's weak, dude. What are you doing? You work with other people. You have to engage with other people.
It's weird.
It was weird. It kind of ended our friendship. There were several other things he did that was kind of weird. But I just think, at what point does...
That's taking it way
So,
further than what
I
Mr.
just-
Pence is.
I mean, it's like...
Well, that's not. It's actually not VP Pence.
It's not VP
Not
Pence that
VP.
wrote in. It's not him. He
VP
didn't actually
Pence.
write us, allegedly.
No. I mean, you said
I mean, it could be.
the rules that
Oh.
I think
His
Pence
rules
is
are-
probably a fan of the show.
He
but
probably listens for John. I mean, I'm sure.
his question is, can you be too extreme and
Yeah, I
lose
think you
trust?
can. I think.
Let
I
me finish
think
the question, John. Can you be too extreme and lose trust, or should you be glued to your partner?
I think that that David's friend that he used to work with, yeah, that is a little too extreme.
So you should not be glued to your partner.
No.
Should you have your own life, your own friends, female or male?
Yeah.
Can a married man have female friends after he's married?
I think he can, but I think that
And they're both attractive.
They have to be her friends, and no, they cannot be attractive. Like that's what John said.
I think it's okay for them to be attractive, but I think that
Sure you do, buddy.
it
Sure you
should
do.
be if the wife is concerned about that friend, then they should try to. I don't know if limit is the word that I would use, but include your wife when you are with that person if possible.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. That was a Dear John segment, just one this week. So we'll go out on the song. All right. There you go. So write into us, bybpod@gmail.com, bybpod@gmail.com, or you can message us on Twitter or Facebook or whatever way you want to get in touch with us, and we will read. Oh, we had another one real quick. Do Juggalos Juggle?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I forgot about
Do
that. one.
Juggalos Juggle from Mandy in Canada, where they sentence pit bulls to death. All right. Do Juggalos Juggle?
I'm sure they do.
I've seen videos.
Thank you for that.
They do.
Okay, all
it's
right.
in the name. It's in the name.
So
right?
now we move on. We move on, and we just talk about the rules of life, rules of Mr. Pence. Pence probably would not like our Blame Yourselfie of the Week, if I had to guess. I don't know if he's a big fan of it, but we love it. We encourage our listeners. A lot of females, some dudes. It's cool. It's whatever floats your boat, man. We get them to submit their selfies for us to kind of lift us up on a Thursday. I mean, Thursday's a hard day of the week. I mean, it's you're not quite at Friday. You're still in the dregs. So we start saying, submit your selfies to us, lift us up. Let us know you like the show, you listen to the show, and we'll give you a shout out. So that's what Blame Your Selfie is. You post a selfie to us, use the hashtag Blame Your Selfie, and we will give you some love on the show. So we
Did you
shall.
just say that guys can't submit?
No,
one?
I said guys do it. We have about
But
a
it's an issue. I'm
no.
confused. Is that like shorts?
I love the
or-
guys. They're cool.
Is that like shorts or what's the
I
other
love
one?
them all, baby. It's
Flip
cool.
flops. Is
It's
that
cool.
what you don't like? I don't know. All right.
I think, okay. So here we go. It's Blame Your Selfie. This is Bethany at Space Pants. Now, I'm just going to put, I know, we shouldn't rank people. We talked about that. Don't rank people. Hypothetically.
don't have a top three.
Hypothetically.
Don't have a top
They
three.
have a top three.
Hypothetically, if there was a top three, there's not, but hypothetically, Bethany would be in
breaking
my
the
top
keys,
three.
man.
I said, John, what did I say?
It doesn't-
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Not even
hypothetical.
hypothetical. Anyway.
So anyways, Thursdays are the jam. Says at Blame Your Brother and at Neebs official, Neebs official day. Blame Your Selfie. So there's Bethany, always delivering the goods every week. Never has failed us, right, John?
Never.
All right, so John can never have lunch with her alone. All right, here we go. I hop the gimp, or Pants couldn't either. At Finger Podcast says,
Bring my wife with me.
there you go. At BYB Pod, I hope there is still a show tonight because they were supposed to have severe thunderstorms tonight, and guess what?
Class 4, baby.
Did not happen. Not one
It's
raindrop. So I want to call out all the meteorologists. We do have the Apology Show. All of you that are engaged with us on social media, you shall be called out tomorrow, and you will be made to apologize for your whack reviews. All right, so that was Sammy. Sammy's in the chat every week. We love Sammy. He's great. All right, this is John Tortorello, at Twitterello, at Blame Your Brother.
How's this guy leave
Says,
the house?
hashtag not my haircut. He's got a haircut. You can see it right there on.
Are you on like a road crew? Do you have like a what do they call it? Community service. You have to like.
What are you talking
So
about?
if I had a hypothetical, John would not be in the top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, here we go. We're moving on up. All right, here we go. This is Holly Thompson at Hollywood, which is a great Twitter. It's Holly, 2 L's, and then I think the zeros are Woods. Just go to our Twitter page.
Zeros.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I missed what I meant. Sorry. Selfie with my best friend Bree's chair. Hashtag blame your selfie. Hashtag where's Bree. So she works with Bree, who we will see a little bit later.
I would guess she was at the coffee shop.
Probably the coffee
if
shop.
I had to take
yes.
a guess.
She drinks a lot of coffee apparently. So here we go. This is a returner. She's been here before, but this is Puka Princess at Crazy Sorts. That tells you something about the name there. It says Happy Friday tweeps. Hashtag blame your selfie. And you can submit these selfies whenever you want. It can be any day of the week. If you're out,
Thank
you're
you
having
for
a
the
good time,
permission.
do it on there. She did it on Friday.
I know. Everybody was feeling Friday.
She's part of
Friday
the
was-
bloggers tribe.
It was a good
All
Friday.
right, who's
last
this
time.
guy here? This is LeBron.
was my-
at LeBron James, at the King James.
Well, this was my
Go to
just waking
sleepy.
up. This was my just waking up.
No, untrue. That's staged. That is not just waking up. You took it literally at night. I saw when you took it at night.
No, this is literally
He was
in
outside
the
your
morning.
window.
This is literally in the morning.
Okay, so this is go follow him at King James, and this is LeBron
This
James.
was my just
go
waking
to
up picture.
Go to sleepy little
Why?
angel.
Why
You
would
can
I lie
you
about
can
that?
see there's the
Blame your safety
pin right there. Blame your safety pin. That's good.
My eyes are closed because that flash was on. It's
My
very-
eyes are closed, so it's not a stage picture,
Very
man. It's totally taking
Yeah,
all the
man, I
sleeping
staged
shit,
my
man.
bed picture.
Come
It's
on,
amazing.
man.
How do you even stage
All right.
it? Anyway,
Sarah Knightley, at Sarah Knightley. She says, blame your selfie. This is her without her glasses. Looks like I don't have eyes. That's
I see the
it's
eyes.
untrue.
Yeah, I
it's
see
a
that.
false statement. It's
This
but
is
yeah.
the fake news.
We like Sarah. Sarah engages with us a lot, and she got me actually listening to a podcast called S Town Podcast. It's a new from the producers of Serial. It's really good. I finished all of it. Thumbs up. Great podcast if you need one to listen to besides ours. But she loves Game of Thrones and podcast, and John's hanging off the corner there. All right. So, anyways, we love Sarah. Sarah's great. If there was a hypothetical top 3, she might be in it. Okay. And then we got OG_ball pit. This is Katie. Hey, BYB Pod. I've got your next Blame Your Selfie theme face mask. And she is wearing a charcoal face mask. And I think that's a great idea. I won't
Is
be doing it
How do you know that's charcoal?
because I know, Lee, I'm with the people. I'm the voice of the people, man.
Do you face mask? Did
I-
you take one? I don't know what I would
I've
do.
done it. I've done it one time before. It was a
Okay,
long
I've
time
never-
ago. I would
never
do
done
it if everybody else was doing it.
Okay.
It's supposed to be good for your skin. All right, this is my front runner for selfie of the week. Drag show selfie. Yas, queen. And it says hashtag blame your selfie, and this is amazing. This is Holly with a drag queen. So that's, to me, I don't know how you would beat that.
Kind
If
of
I-
looks like Shaco in the background there.
So there we go. Then we got Lee is back. Said, look, guys,
I found
I've
the keys.
got the
I found
keys.
the keys at work. It was amazing.
Oh, my God.
You don't like that? Don't-
All right. This is Sarah at Caution Spoilers. We love Sarah. She's great. Hashtag blame your selfie. Here's a throwback. She's doing Throwback Thursday, 1974. Also found out there's a film called Thumbsucker starring Keanu Reeves, which I've never seen, but she does movie reviews and things like that. So it's one she might be reviewing soon. This is her in apparently England. It looks like an English picture, you
It
know.
does. I loved her tweet where she made the cakes and she said, "No one listens to middle-aged women." I felt sympathetic because no one listens to middle-aged men either.
That's just true.
1974,
All right,
right there.
so
1974.
This guy would top.
nobody cares
Be in
about
my
this
top
guy.
3. Says my blame your selfie for blame your brother is brought to you by Crema. It's me enjoying the best Cuban in Nashville, which that is true, And Kara Hammer, who does News 2 Sports, also said her favorite Cuban is from Crema in Nashville. So
Good job.
if you're in Nashville, go check it out.
Good job, David.
Now, we talked earlier about anchovies on pizza, and I'm a big believer in karma. I believe things come around. They
We didn't
bite
talk
you in the
about
butt.
anchovies on pizza.
Oh, pineapples, whatever. Some nasty toppings on pizza. And we talked about how things come around, like the Justin Timberlake song.
Don't put that
what
evil
comes
on
around,
him.
what
Do
comes,
not- do not
what
even
comes
put that
around
evil out
goes around.
Then
It's-
you got a lot of karma
if
coming your
Justin
way, brother.
Timberlake sang it, it must be true.
You better drive slow on the way home.
I'm turning blame your selfie into blame your. It actually says toothache, but it's
Yeah,
toothache today.
It's a toothache.
River, look, man, you're the best. You're great. But you went against the Debrew philosophy,
Don't
and
listen to
now
him.
you are paying. Drop the pineapples off the pizza. Problem solved. I'm like a witch doctor over here, man. Next selfie. I'm saving everybody's life. Okay,
Like a
Michael
witch
Anthony
doctor.
Nicholas. This is my CBS3 CW57 crew shirt. It has a larger logo on the back. Once I
A lot
screwed
of
up,
numbers.
and put it on wrong. So there you go. He's got a lot of stuff in the back here. If you haven't, he's got a lot of hats back there, a lot of collectible cars. I think he's a NASCAR
Ashtrays.
fan. Yeah, he's smoking. Oh, interesting. He'll probably write us about that. All right, here's Katie again, and it says hashtag blame your selfie, hashtag all dress march, and plug for my at Poshmark app, closet stuff. So if you want to buy some dresses, go to the Poshmark app. I don't know what that is. Apparently an app where she will sell you dresses. And she's always stylish, and the dresses are always on point.
There you go.
And she'd probably be in the hypothetical top 3. Just hypothetically.
Well, thanks for breaking the.
I said hypothetical.
No one is fooled by
All
that.
right, Sarah, at Caution, they're all...
Well, the thing is
No
he
one
said
is-
hypothetical top 3 for like 6 people.
yes.
Okay,
So, yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying.
really didn't.
Sarah, at Caution Spoilers, and in my casual wear, relaxing in the royal apartments later on. And this is her with the royal crown on her head and a very fancy dress. And
I love it. You
That's
know, I love the effects, man.
it's a real picture. That's real. I don't know what you're talking
what
about.
effects?
Oh, well, here she goes. Caution Spoilers again. She's hanging out with Barack and Michelle freaking Obama. So I said the drag queen won it, but this one probably takes the cake. Who knew? One of our listeners has actually hung out with the president of the United States, a former
Someone
president.
thought this picture would trigger you. I'm not sure why.
I love Obama. I thought he was great. I mean, I never hated the man. I thought Michelle was all right. She did okay for first lady. What'd you want her to do? Look, man, I hate them all equally. I mean, you know. All right. Marlon
Moving
Mealer. Blame your selfie. Yeah, that's right. I can cook. Enough not to starve. This is Marlon having a lonely man's dinner at his apartment.
Thanks for throwing that out there, David.
And here we go.
That
This
looks
is
good. Looks like
Repo.
rice and chicken or something.
Repo. I got that new glasses filling. She apparently got new glasses. Hashtag nerd life. And Repo would definitely be in the top 3.
I kind of wish I had
Hypothetical.
glasses.
That's the
Kind of.
stupidest.
You could get them. I
I think
need
it's
them.
a stylish look.
Yeah, I heard those look really good. So,
Yeah, but you could just go buy them.
so hypothetically, who'd be in the top? I mean, Bree,
We're not doing.
Katie,
We're not doing
Bethany
hypotheticals.
would be a hypothetical. Sarah, any other girls?
Please
Caution
join us on
spoilers.
Twitter and let David know that it's not
And
cool
don't
to
forget
break the
Is there
keys.
any other ones?
Hypothetical.
David
or
of
not.
BYB.
David of BYB, number 1. That's not hypothetical. I would be number 1 on my own list. Okay. So, yeah, so we do the blame your selfie. That's great. Like I said, just take selfies, share them, tell people about the show. That's another way we do it. So, all right. Now we've come up to another segment of the show where we reflect back on the show. Okay. And we're going to try to give you some life advice to follow for the week in the Major Key segment.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
That is not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right, it's time for the Major Key segment, sponsored by DJ Khaled. New album dropping on. I'm just making that up. He is coming out with a new
Should've kept
album.
going with it.
I mean, I don't know what it came out. The new album coming out April 7th is DJ Khaled Culture. The new single features Future, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne.
Honka honka.
So you can buy that. Go to Amazon.com. Use our link at BYBpod.com. We'll get 10% of the sales. All right, Lee and John are going to give you a major key that they have deduced from today's episode.
I had one earlier and I already forgot what it was. Do
dumb.
you remember what it
though.
was?
We didn't like it.
But what was it? Do you remember?
I forgot what it was.
Check the tape.
Don't-
It's not even tape yet.
Don't touch 8-year-olds' groins.
Something about
That's
like
what I was leaning towards.
I would go something like Jesus is not a Republican.
How is that a
Personally.
key? First of all,
I mean, how is any of these a key?
I think don't
these are all
John,
advice.
Look at
All-
episode 27. Follow your own key.
don't
okay,
be a
baby?
crybaby.
That's advice.
Yeah, Jesus wasn't a Republican.
How
Stop
is that
crying.
advice?
Because when I say it, you're crying about it.
You did get triggered a little bit by it.
Yeah.
I think what don't put your hands on an 8-year-old's groin.
I don't even want to. That's.
I'm saying
gross.
if you choose,
Lee doesn't even want to
I don't
write
even-
that
no.
down.
I'm
if
not
you
even-
choose to have a job in the public eye, then people are going to give you a hard time.
What?
All right, what's the key? What's the key? What's the key? Where's the
I don't.
key?
Did we even talk about
Where's
that?
the key?
TSA.
We talked about TSA.
Eventually, I mean, you could be the perfect TSA
I
agent.
had the perfect key earlier.
They're gonna,
Totally forgot.
well,
All
not
right,
perfect. then.
to be determined. Just put TBD. We'll come back
Nah,
to it.
man, we can't
later.
TBD
Yeah, I got
the
to. We
key.
got to go. We're running out of airway space here, man.
Don't wear yoga pants to the airport.
I don't agree with that, so I don't know that I would put that up as my major key.
Don't let your daughters wear yoga pants.
I don't think that's right either.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
We're bombing. We're like
We're
we're
bombing.
doing our 5 minutes, and it's not going well. It's going bad.
I know. I seriously was thinking about don't touch 8-year-olds
I thought
before you even said it, but
Yeah.
we pretty much shot that down.
They said no yoga pants at the airport, man. I don't know. I don't know.
That's what I went for. All right. How about no hypothetical keys?
Don't let your 8-year-old.
No, I think- no,
Don't let
so-
your 8-year-old wear yoga pants
No,
at the
no, I'm
airport.
not-
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
That's it.
I like
That's
that.
dumb.
Write that down.
Write that down.
that
I'm
down.
not gonna write
Yes,
that down.
That's
That's
the key.
dumb.
Well, that's the key. I'm going to
That's
play us
so
off.
dumb.
Don't let your 8-year-old wear yoga pants to the airport. That is the major key of the week.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys, dog.
Oh, do not have hypothetical keys. We do not endorse that as the major key
I
of the
don't
week.
endorse you.
Tweet us and let us know what you think the key of the week should be. Maybe we'll put it up later. All right. So, guys, that was the show. Like I said, we're going to remind you, go to bybpod.com. bybpod.com is the website where you can check us out on Twitter, Facebook. We're on Instagram as well. The main thing you want to do is go to iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and you want to subscribe to this podcast. That way you get new episodes that are available Thursday night, but we always say they're available Friday morning, so you'll get your new episode every Friday morning. Also, you can go to YouTube, subscribe there, check us out every Thursday. We do live YouTube episodes, so you can watch us and have fun and chat with us in the chat. And also, there's bonus videos we put out during the week. So you'll catch all that if you go subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on iTunes. If you have not done so, go leave us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It helps us out, moves up the poll, gets new eyes on it as well. If you're going to go buy anything on Amazon, we need you to go to bybpod.com, click on the Amazon affiliate link, and it doesn't cost you any extra, but we get a kickback on percentage of sales, and it helps the show out. Don't forget our guys at Radio Vegas Rocks. We love those guys. They've had us on since the beginning, So we are aired every Thursday along with great other shows, great other programs. So if you're bored, you don't have anything to listen to, just pull up. You can go to TuneIn, the TuneIn app, search for Radio Vegas Rocks, or if you're on your desktop, go to radiovegas.rocks. Great content. Go check it out. Tell your friends about it. And you can also order a Blame Your Brother t-shirt. Show the world you love them. I'll be going to Japan in just a couple of weeks. I will be rocking my Blame Your Brother t-shirts internationally. I can't wait. We need you to rock it all over town, just like Bethany did this past week when she went to Home Depot. And you can also leave us a voicemail through the website. It's easy. You hit start recording, leave us a message, and we'll play it on the show. So it's that easy. And that, man, I think that's about it. Tell your friends about the show. Tell everyone you know that it's great. Make sure to hit us up on Twitter, Facebook. Let us thoughts on the show, what you thought. Were we wrong? Were we right? And give us topics to talk about. So I guess with that being said, is there anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.